So I had a little problem. I did a video, so you can see it's all filled out. I did this video, and then when I went to upload it on YouTube, it said it was too long. So it's already filled out, but I still want to do this video with you because I want to go through this, okay? And so we're going to do this still together. Let me grab a pen. Okay, so lesson 5 is a couple things. It basically the main thing is this verb préférer. So the first thing I need you to do is you had to watch the alphabet video. So if you didn't watch the alphabet video from the Google slideshow, my instructions, you need to pause this video and go watch that first and pay special attention to the vowel sounds. Okay, especially those E's. Okay, so if you haven't done that, go do that. Pause the video and come back. All right? Okay, go. Okay, if you're back or if you watch the video, let's just keep going. So before we talk about préféré, you're going to notice that there are these little accents, and you may have seen these before when you've seen like French in writing. But they change the sound of the letter, okay? And so let's just talk about them quick. You're going to start seeing them a lot when you start reading things, and each one makes the sound different. So let's do this one first because this is the one in préféré. Now, if you remember, oh, and you need to change this Z. I made it a Z for the VU form instead of the infinitive ER verb. So make that a little R there, the verb préférer. So do you remember when you watched the alphabet video? And do you remember what the letter E says in French? It goes A, B, C, D, E. It makes the E sound. Okay, so now think about that E sound when I say préférer. The E, if you hear when I say pré, no longer makes a E sound, it makes a sound. Pré. That's what happens when we put this accent going up above the E. It's called an accent aigu. Don't need to remember that, but you just know that this accent going up on an E particularly, that's pretty much most of the time you're going to see it on an E, okay? Pré, it makes an A sound, okay? You're going to see this all the time, all the time. So it goes from E to A, okay? So let's just take a look at these other ones for fun. When the accent goes down like this on a letter, it changes the sound to more of a eh sound. So an E, remember, says but when you have the accent, it goes from to eh. And we're going to see that actually in, we're going to see one right here. We're going to see one right here, here, and here. Okay? Eh. Okay, let's take a look at these other ones. A tréma, the little dots. What that is when you have two vowels together, like in English when we have two vowels together, they make one sound. So I'm going to write it off to the side. You don't have to write it. Like let's say we have a OA, like in coat. It's not co-at, it's coat. This makes a O sound. Or if we have a, let's see, I'm blanking out, IE, like in, or let's do, yeah, IE, like piece, a piece of pie. It's not PS, it's not a PS, it's a piece, it's just one sound. The same as in French. If you have two vowels together, it makes one sound. Like this, E-A-U, these vowels together make the O sound. However, dun dun dun, when you have the two little dots, you have to say each vowel by itself. That's why lo-ik is not loik. It's not a oi sound, okay? If those two dots weren't there, it would be a oi sound. But because they are there, you have to say the O and the E, because O in French is O and I in French is E. So we say lo-ik. There you go. This little hat is called a circumflex. It honestly doesn't change the sound enough for us to care. The French can really hear it with their intense eagle hearing. Do eagles have hearing, or do they just have eyesight? I don't know. Who has great hearing? Mostly though, it doesn't change the sound much. This little tail here is called a cédille, and what it does, it's always on a C, and it makes the k in the C change to a s sound. So instead of franquet, it's français. So whenever you see this little tail, the C says s, français. Okay, got it? Check in with Papa if it's confusing. So now let's look at the verb préférer. It means to prefer. Okay, to prefer. So write that down. Avis, right? Préférer. So now we know, look at this, it's an ER verb. So we change it with our ER endings. E-E-S, E-E-E-S, E-O-N-S, O-N-S. Easy, 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 E-N-T, E-N-T. I want you to get that song stuck in your head. So, je préfère. Je préfère. Now look at what happens. When you take the ER off and we add our new ending of an E, okay, that E is silent, this changes to a sound instead of a sound. So instead of préférer, it changes to préfère, okay? And because this sounds exactly the same, préfère, it has the accent grave. Préfère. Il, elle, on préfère. Our E ending. Nous, now because we have this extra ending that we actually pronounce, this stays the same. Préférons. Préférons. Nous préférons. We prefer la pizza. Okay, same with this one. This makes a sound. We say a, so this has to say the same. Préférer. Préférer. Vous préférez. You all prefer to listen to music. Okay, écouter de la musique. Il and elle, they préfèrent. Remember I told you this ending doesn't have a sound, it's silent. So that means this is going to go down to the air. Préfère. They prefer to go to the cafe. Ils préfèrent aller au café. Okay? I want you to practice saying these with Papa. Actually, you're going to do an activity with Papa. Okay, so now let's ask some questions. Qu'est-ce que, what do, tu préfères? What do you prefer? Okay, so let's find out what all these people prefer. Now, notice this first one, I have Elodie is a girl name, so that would be Elle. And then nager. So we want to say Elodie prefers to swim. So I write Elodie préfère, because she's an L, and L ending is E. Elodie préfère nager. Now notice I conjugated préfère. I conjugated the first verb to match with Elodie. But here I have a second verb, okay? The second verb, I just keep it in its regular infinitive form. I don't conjugate that one. I just leave it alone. And it's just like in English. I would say Elodie prefers, so I would change to prefer to prefers, and then to swim. Elodie prefers to swim. So the same as in French. Elodie préfère nager, to swim. Okay? So second verb, we just leave it the same. Let's do Guillaume. Guillaume is a boy's name, so that would be il. So I said, and then it looks like he prefers to écouter de la musique. Do you remember what that means? Écouter, to listen to music. So I said, Guillaume, he préfère, I conjugated it, E ending. Écouter, I kept that the same with the ER ending, de la musique. Okay? Guillaume, il préfère écouter de la musique. Guillaume, he prefers to listen to music. Okay? All right. You can look at this one. Josephine et moi. So if I said Josephine and me, I would replace that with we, like Josephine and me. We prefer to go, aller means to go, to the cafe. So nous préférons aller au café. We prefer, conjugated, to go to the cafe. Okay? You do the rest. Elle, Gabrielle is an elle, so she prefers to make phone calls. Vous, you all, prefer to go to the concert. Charlotte et Abdi, this is a girl and this is a boy. And when that happens, when we want to say they for a mix of genders, in French they always use the masculine form. So in this case, the girls and boys, il, masculine. They prefer to read blogs. Et toi? And you, Elsa? Qu'est-ce que tu préfères? What do you prefer to do? And then Alexandre et Antoine. There's our two guys. So we'll do il. They prefer to go skiing. Okay? All right. Bonne chance. Check in your sentences with Papa when you're finished. Okay? Je t'aime, ma chérie. Au revoir. À bientôt.